Good morning, Irish fans. First game of the season this year for St. Patrick Fighting Irish. Coming to you live from West Jones High School, just out of Laurel, Mississippi. Irish will be facing Wayne County today. A little rain come through last night. Hopefully they're going to stay off of us today. Field looks to be in pretty good shape. Beautiful complex here at West Jones. All right, going live. First pitch is 2018 season. I'll get your starting defensive lineup here in just a minute. Leading off for Wayne County, senior Jaquarius Trey Williamson. Dribbler back to first. Bratton takes unassisted for the first out. Next up for Warren County is number 16, Tanner Johnson. He's a junior. Going to hit the ball sharply to Starks at second. Starks fields it clean over to Bratton for the second out. Brings to the plate. Number 18 is Tanner Wells. Allen looks in, get the sign. Pitching battery today. You got Seth Allen on the mound, Britton Tatum behind the plate. Ball over to third. Fielded clean across the infield, and he mishandled it first. Runner's going to be safe. Just a little bit low on the throw there. Bang, bang play. Going to bring the plate for Warren County is number 4, Justin Poe. The senior, listed as the catcher. Got a runner on first now with 2 outs. Defensively on the infield, can't see a number at third. We got Broadus at short, Starks at second, and Bratton at first. Ball fouled back out of play. Brings the count 0-2 on Poe. Allen looks in for the 0-2 pitch. Runner's going. Throw down to second. Nice throw down, but runner's going to be in there safe. It's going to move a runner to second base. Counts 1-2, 2 outs. Allen looks in for the sign. Got time at the plate. shallow fly behind second base. Starks is ranging back. Squeezes it for the third out. So the Warren County leaves one stranded in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, one error. Bottom of first coming up. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first. Leading off for the Irish is going to be your second baseman, number 12, Robert Starks. First pitch in there, strike one. Pitching for the War Eagles, left-hander number 16, Tanner Johnson. Finishing out the battery behind the plate, number 4, Justin Poe. Call strike two is going to bring the count 1-2 on Starks. Curveballs in there high, evens the count 2-2. Fouled back out of play. It's going to keep the count even on Mr. Starks. Ball hit sharply up the middle. Shortstop ranges over. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Next up for the Irish is pitcher number 14, Seth Allen. First pitch in there low, ball one. Another pitch low. Brings count 2-0 on Allen. High and outside, 3-0. Allen's going to move over to first on a 4-pitch walk. Next up for the Irish, going to be shortstop, senior, number 2, Aaron Broadus. Pitch catches outside corner. It's going to be in there for strike 1. Broadus hits one pop fly into left field. It's going to get trouble. That's down for base hit. Broadus going to reach first safely on a single. Going to put runners on first and second. Next up for the Irish is going to be catcher, senior, number 8, Britton Tatum. Slow roller towards third. That's going to move the runners. Tatum's going to beat the throw at first. Infield single. Irish are threatening a run here. It's going to bring the bases loaded with 1 out. Next up for the Irish, number 7, is Presley Harrison. Mr. Harrison steps in. 1 out, bases loaded. War Eagle pitcher Johnson looks in for the first pitch. Catches the outside corner, calls strike 1. Nice pitch in there, curveball. Call strike 2 on Mr. Harrison. Oh-2 pitch on the way. Ball fouled back. It's going to keep Presley alive here for a minute. Another 0-2 delivery on the way. Pitch is low. It's ball 1. One-two pitch. Backdoor curveball is going to even the count. 2-2. Mr. Harrison works the count back even after being down 0-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. That gets the outside corner for called strike 3. It's a nice pitch there outside. Next up for the Irish, first baseman, number 4. It's Bennett Bratton. Fouls the first pitch back. Ball low. It's going to even the count 1-1. Bratton hits one into right field. Right fielder's tracking over. That ball is going to land safely. He's going to score at least 2 for the Irish. Throw comes home. So Bratton comes through with a Texas League single in the right field. It's going to plate 2 for the Irish. Nice job by Bratton. He's going to move over to second. But runners on second and third. Apologize for the break there. Ball popped straight up. That's going to be the third out. Irish pick up 2 runs on 3 hits, leave 2 stranded after 1 complete. Score is St. Patrick Irish 2, Warren County War Eagles 0. Stay tuned, top of the second. All right, welcome back live, top of the second. Leadoff batter for the War Eagles is Rodriguez Watkins. Hope I said that right. Number 15 squares around a bunt on the first pitch. Bunt's foul. This little late breaking curveball sneaks past second strike. Brings the count 0-2, Mr. Watkins. Wade's pitch just misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, nice little line drive in the short left, just out of reach of Broadus. Mr. Watkins is going to reach first safely on a single. Next up for the War Eagles, number 19 is Braxton Lee. Come up to the plate with no outs, runner on first. Ball's going to squirt away from Tatum. Runner's going to move over to second. Count is 1-0 now on Braxton Lee. Ball a little bit upstairs, brings the count 2-0. Pitches in there for call strike. Brings the count 2-1. Get timeout at the plate. Just missed inside. Brings the count 3-1. Three-one pitch on the way. Allen gets his sign. Catches outside corner. Nice pitch. Bring the count full on Mr. Lee. Three-two pitch. Slow roller towards third. Mr. Holloman's going to scoop it over to first in time for the first out. Runner Watkins going to move over to third. First pitch in there low is ball one. Batter for the War Eagles, number 13, is Jalen Ayers. Pitch is high, ball two. Mr. Ayers looks in, 2-0 count, one out, runner on third. Nice pitch by Allen, brings the count 2-1. Allen catches the outside corner. Going to bring the count even 2-2. Trying to work his way out of that leadoff single. Pitch is low, blocked up by Tatum, keeps the runner at third. That does bring the count full. 3-2 count on Mr. Ayers. Still at the plate with one out, runner on third. Just misses outside. It's going to move Mr. Ayers over to first. Puts runners on the corner. Next up for the War Eagles, number 12, is Tyler Newsom. He steps in with runners on the corner, one out. First pitch in there is called strike one. Throw over the first, nothing doing. One pitch on the way. Hit sharply up the middle. That's going to score at least one. Base hit by Mr. Newsom up the middle. It's going to score one for the War Eagles. Going to move runners first and second. Next up for the War Eagles is number 10, Brennan Sahan. Hope I'm saying that right. Steps up to the plate with one out. Runners on first and second. Squares the bunt. Nothing doing. Pitch is a little high. Ball one. One-oh pitch on the way. Squares the bunt again. That's bunted foul down third base side. It's going to even count 1-1. Going to bring Mr. Sehan back to the plate. He's going to be facing a 1-1 pitch. One out. Runners on first and second. Hit sharply in the right. Harrison's going to air over. Going to make the catch for the second out. Runners are going to hold at first and second. Nice defensive play by Mr. Harrison out there in right. Back to the top of the order for the War Eagles. Brings to the plate number 7, senior Trey Williamson. He's going to step in with two outs. Runners on first and second. Irish looking for a big out here to get out of the inning. Big curveball by Mr. Allen. Misses just a little inside. Brings the count 1-0. 1-0 pitch misses high. Count 2-0. Mr. Williamson, the 2-0 pitch on the way. Nice pitch on the inside corner, called strike 1. Raise the count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Top of the second. Off-speed breaking pitch. Kind of freezes Mr. Williamson there. It's going to even the count 2-2. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men on. Top of the second. Nice pitch. Doesn't get the outside corner. That's going to bring the count full. Got full count, 2 outs. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Good time at the plate. Mr. Allen steps back in. Full count pitch on the way. Runners are moving. And ball 4, low and outside. It's going to load the bases. That's going to bring the plate for the War Eagles, number 16, Tanner Johnson. Pitcher. Steps up to the plate. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Got time at the plate. Back live here. First pitch, backdoor curveball, catches outside corner on the left-hander. The curveball misses. Curveball misses high and outside. Evens at count 1-1. Misses outside. That's ball 2. 2-1 now on Mr. Johnson. Stands in with 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Pitch just misses outside. That's going to bring the count 3-1. Ball fouled sharply back. That's going to bring the count full. Mr. Johnson steps back in, full count. 2 outs, bases loaded. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to be out number 3, so the Irish stop the bleeding. Give up a couple of hits, but War Eagles only get 1 after 1.5 complete. Score is War Eagles 1, Irish 2. Stay tuned, bottom of the second. All right, back live. Bottom of the second, leading off for the St. Patrick Irish. Left fielder, number 6, senior Noah Wyrostic. Oh. First pitch in the dirt. Count 1-0, Noah. Ball 2's just a little bit low. Count 2-0. Check swing, called strike. Brings count 2-1. Pitches in there, called strikes, going to even the count 2-2. Pitch hit back to second. Second baseman picks it up over to first, and time's going to retire Wyrostic for the first out. Next up for the Irish is center fielder number 24, Braxton Blackwell. First pitch called strike, outside corner. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Pitching battery for the War Eagles remains number 16, Tanner Johnson on the mound. Number 4, Justin Poe behind the plate. Waste pitch, misses outside. Counts 1-2. Chopper hit back to the mound. Johnson ranges over to first. Flips it over for the second out. Back to the top of the lineup for the Irish, number 12, second baseman, senior Robert Starks. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Misses low. It's ball 2. High fly ball on the infield. Shortstop's coming in, calling him off. He's going to squeeze it for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Irish in the bottom of the second. After 2 complete, the score remains Wayne County War Eagles 1, St. Patrick Fighting Irish 2. Stay tuned, top of the third. Back live, top of the third. Leadoff batter for Wayne County, number 18, Tanner Wells. First pitch in there, strike one. All-speed breaking pitch. Freezes him. Mr. Allen quickly ahead, 0-2. Waste pitch outside. Brings the count 1-2. Ball hit into left field. Ball mishandled in left field. Runner's going to reach first on error. First pitch high, ball one. Brings to the plate catcher, number 4, Justin Poe. Curveball's in there, strike one. It's going to even the count, 1-1. Throw over to first, runner's back safe. Runner goes. Ball high and inside. 2-1. Runner's safe over to second on a stolen base. Poe steps in. 2-1 count. No outs. Runner on second. Curveball misses inside. That's 3-1. One pitch, curveball misses inside. It's going to move Poe over to first. Brings to the plate, number 15, senior Rod Watkins. Steps up, runners on first and second. No outs. Square for the bunt. Drops it down third. Throw in the dirt. Gets away from Bratton at first. Wells is going to come around to score from second. So an error on the throw. It's going to plate one for the War Eagles. It's going to tie the score at 2-2. Number 19, Braxton Lee, is going to step in with runners at second and third, no outs. Irish in a bit of jam here. First pitch to Mr. Lee is low for ball one. Low and outside, 2-0. That pitch is high. 3-0 on the batter, Lee. Lee draws a walk on 4 pitches. That's going to bring Coach Berger out to have a discussion with Mr. Allen. We'll take a quick audio break. All right, back to live action. Mr. Allen stares in for the first pitch. Batting Wayne County, batting bases loaded, no outs. Up for the War Eagles, number 13 is Jalen Ayers. Check swing, not called. So even to count 1-1. That pitch is high. Going to be 2-1 on Mr. Ayers. Another pitch upstairs brings the count 3-1. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Brings the count full. 3-2 pitch on the way. Ball hit into center field. Deep hit. Runner's going to tag. Just going to plate at least one. So sac fly to center. Scores one for the War Eagles. Going to leave runners on first and third. Looks like we got an appeal. Maybe runner left early at second. So after brief discussion, runner did leave early at second. So the appeal is the second out. That's going to leave runner on first. 2 outs. Curveball in there for strike one. Batter is number 12, Newsom. Pitch is high, is going to even the count, 1-1. Ball hit sharply foul, third base side. Going to bring the count to 1-2 on Mr. Newsom. Steps back in, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Seth looks in for the call. He's got what he likes. Curveball. It's going to hit Mr. Newsom, move him over to first. Next up for Wayne County, number 10 is Brennan Sehan. Steps in with 2 outs, runners on first and second. It's a ball foul towards the third base dugout. Weather's shaping up nicely for us. So we're going to have a good, clean day of baseball. Nice sunshine right now. Very nice looking complex of West Jones. Mr. Sion hits one sky high on the infield. Bratton squeezes it at first, barely in foul territory for the third out. War Eagles do some damage there, mostly on errors, but do take the lead in the top of the third. Now 3, Irish 2, after 2.5 complete. Stay tuned, bottom of third coming up. Back live, bottom of third. Leading off for the Irish, number 14's pitcher, senior Seth Allen. Good take on the outside corner, but called strike one. Pitch low, evens count 1-1. Low and outside, 2-1 on Mr. Allen. He drew a 4-ball walk first trip to the plate. Just low and outside again, 3-1. Ball hit sharply up the middle. Shortstop ranges over, fields it clean over to first in time. Next up for the Irish, shortstop, number 2, senior Aaron Broadus. Steps in with 1 out, nobody on. Sharp hit ball in the right center. Right fielder's going to. It's a nice little diving catch there in right center for the second out. Well hit ball by Mr. Broadus. Nice play in right. Next up for the Irish is number 8. It's a catcher, senior Britton Tatum. Steps up with 2 outs, nobody on. Takes first pitch outside, ball 1. Pitcher for the War Eagles remains number 16, Tanner Johnson. Gave up a couple runs in the bottom of the first. Quick work of the Irish in the bottom of the second. Making quick work so far here in bottom of 3. Tatum hits one high in center field. Center fielder's coming in. He's going to squeeze it for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down again for the Irish in the bottom of third. After 3 complete, score remains Wayne County War Eagles 3, St. Patrick Fighting Irish 2. Stay tuned for the top of the 4th. Leading off things in the top of the fourth, senior number 7, Trey Williamson. Squares around for bunt. Ball hit sharply to short, gets by Broadus. And we'll score that one a hit. The War Eagles going to bring to the plate 16, Johnson, your pitcher. Steps in with no outs. Runner on first. Runner going. Throw down to second. It's high. Pitch was high, ball 1. Runner picks up a stolen base. Going to put one runner at second. Big swing and a miss. Even count 1-1. Time at the plate. Ball outside. Brings the count 2-1 on Mr. Johnson. Pitch misses outside, brings the count 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Pitch on the way. Runner at second. No outs. Ball hit lazily into left center. It's going to land for a base hit. All right, back live, top of the fourth. Pitching change for the Irish. Going to bring to the mound number 28, sophomore Dylan Fontaine. Mr. Allen's going to retire after in the top of the fourth. 3 complete with no outs in the top of the fourth. First pitch low. Ball hit foul down third base line. Going to even a count 1-1. Pitch is low, ball 2. Three-one pitch on the way. And it's outside. That's going to load the bases. Next up for the War Eagles, number 4 is catcher. Senior Justin Poe steps up with bases loaded, no outs. Irish looking to stop the bleeding here, get some kind of out. Ball hit back to shortstop. Broadus handles it over to second. Over to first, not in time. Runner's going to score from third on the fielder's choice. Going to leave runners on the corner with 1 out. First pitch in there, called strike 1. Batter for the War Eagles is number 15, Rod Watkins. Runner goes. Swing and a miss at the plate. It's going to bring the count 0-2. Steps back in, 0-2 count, 1 out, runners at second and third. Pitch just misses inside. Brings a count 1-2. Fontaine checks the runner, nothing doing. Batter steps back in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, just miss outside, evens the count 2-2. Two pitch on the way to Mr. Watkins. Oh, just misses outside. Brings the count full. I'll hit back up the middle. Broadus reaches over, fields it, clean over to first for the second out. Another run scores on the infield fielder's choice. Brings to the plate for Wayne County, number 19, Braxton Lee. Steps in with 2 outs, runner on third. First pitch called, strike 1. Pitch is low, evens the count 1-1. Ball over Lee's head, hits the bat, dead ball foul. Irish catch a break there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That's going to record a third out, but not before the War Eagles pick up 2 more runs. On 1 hit, leave 1 stranded after 3.5 complete. Wayne County 5, St. Patrick 2. Stay tuned for the bottom of the 4th. Leading things off for the Irish in the bottom of the 4th, right fielder number 7, Presley Harrison. Hits the ball sharply to second base. Second baseman fields it clean over to first in time. Next up, first baseman is number 4, Bennett Bratton. Bennett had a base hit down right field line last at bat. First pitch low, ball 1. Well hit ball in the left field. That's going to land fair. It's going to be at least a double for Bratton. Nice hit by Bratton down the left side. In there for a stand-up double. Next up for the Irish, third baseman, number 22, is Connor Holloman. Steps in with 1 out. Runner on second. First pitch, called strike 1. Holloman checks his swing. Evens and count 1-1. One pitch on the way. Poked into right field. That's going to land for a base hit. Bratton's going to score from second. Nice piece of hitting by Holloman. Single and an RBI. Next up for the Irish, number 6, left fielder Noah Warostic. Steps in with 1 out, runner on first. Ball catches outside corner, strike 1. Ball high and way outside, evens the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Warostic. Steps in, 1 out, runner on first. Pitch misses outside, brings the count 2-1. Ball hit, fly ball in the left center. Left fielder eases over, makes the squeeze for the second out. It's going to bring to the plate number 24, center fielder Braxton Blackwell steps in with 2 outs. Still a runner over there on first is Holloman. Pickoff attempt at first. Holloman's back safe. Pitch is low for ball 1. Pitch is outside. Brings the count 2-0. Catches outside corner for Mr. Blackwell. Brings the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball hit in the left field. Left fielder takes a couple steps back, squeezes it for the third out. Irish leave 1 stranded. They do score 1 on 2 hits after 4 complete. Wayne County War Eagles 5, St. Patrick Fighting Irish 3. Stay tuned, top of the 5th. Back live, top of the fifth. Pitcher remains number 28, Dylan Fontan. First pitch in there, called strike. Batter at the plate for Wayne County, number 13 is Ayers. Call strike 2. Fontan quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Ball fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Off-speed curves, swing and a miss for strike 3. First out. At the plate for Wayne County, number 12 is Tyler Newsom. Squares around missed bunt opportunity on the first pitch. Strike 1. Squares again. Bunts that one foul, just out of reach of Tatum. Quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Two pitch on the way. Waste pitch outside. Brings the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lazy hit back to the pitcher. Fontan picks it up. Runs it over to first for the second out. Next up for Wayne County is number 10, Sihan. Hope I'm saying that right. Sihan. Steps in with 2 outs, nobody on. Call strike 1. Pitch inside, evens the count. Ball hit sharply up the middle, gets past Mr. Fontan for base hit. Back to the top of the lineup is senior number 7, Trey Williamson. Steps in with 2 outs, runner on first. Runner goes on the pitch. Ball hit in the right center. Mr. Harrison ranges over and squeezes it. Robs him of a base hit. Nice play in right field by Presley Harrison. Wayne County gets no runs on 1 hit. Strands 1. 4 up, 3 down. After 4.5, score remains Wayne County 5, St. Patrick 3. Stay tuned. right, leading off things in the bottom of the fifth, St. Patrick. Number 12, second baseman, senior Robert Starks. Got time at the plate. Umpire had not signaled ball for play. Got a light rain has started. Pitch misses outside, ball one. Ball hits sharply up the middle. Nice play by the second baseman. Throws over to first in time. Takes the base hit away from Mr. Starks. Well hit ball. Nice play at second. Next up, substituting for Seth earlier on the mound, is number 28, Dylan Fontan. His first trip to the plate today. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Fontan hits a short fly ball in the center. Center fielder's coming in hard and makes the catch, squeezes it for the second out. Wayne County making quick work again here for our Irish. Next up is senior number 2, Aaron Broadus. First pitch, high and outside, ball one. Aaron steps in with 2 outs, nobody on. Nice take. Ball just misses outside for ball two. Hard hit ball. Deep left center. Left fielder ranges back and has room and squeezes it for third out. So 3 up, 3 down for the Irish. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men on. Moving to the top of the 6th. All right, we're back in the top of the 6th. Leadoff batter for Wayne County is pitcher Tanner Johnson. Left-handed batter steps in. Pitching batter remains Mr. Dylan Fontan, number 28 on the mound. As Tatum behind the plate. Ball's fouled back out of play. Evens the count. 1-1. High and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul tip, strike 2. Mr. Johnson steps back in with a 2-2 count. No outs, nobody on. Ball hit down third base side, foul. Count remains 2-2. Fontaine gets the signal. Misses high and outside. Brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter, top of the 6th. Full count pitch on the way. Ball hit into left field. It's a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Mr. Johnson. Line drive over shortstop. Next up for Wayne County, number 18 is Tanner Wells. He'll be batting with no outs, runner on first. Runner goes. Ball in the dirt. No throw to second. Runner's in. Stolen base. Standing up. Pitch just misses inside, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Misses outside. Let's count 3-0. Take pitch, and there, call strike. Three one, hit over to shortstop. Throw to third. Runner's going to be safe. That's going to put runners on the corners for Wayne County. No outs, brings to the plate catcher. Number 4 is Justin Poe. Poe steps in, still no outs. Runners on the corners at first and third. Got him in a pickoff at first. And no throw attempt. Runner's going to move over to second. Caught the runner guessing, but he advances. Now runners at second and third, no outs. Wayne County threatening. Hit in the left field. Runner's going to tag. So sac fly to left is going to score another run for Wayne County. It's going to leave a runner at second base with 1 out. Pitch is in there for called strike 1. Up to the plate, number 15 is Watkins. Lazy fly ball towards first base. Bratton's going to squeeze it for the second out. Nowhere for the runner to go at second. Up for Wayne County is 19. It's Braxton Lee. Steps in with 2 outs. Runner on second. First pitch low, ball 1. Curveball misses inside, ball 2. Pitch outside, brings the count 3-0. Lee's going to move over to first on a 4-pitch walk. It's going to bring number 13, Mr. Ayers, to the plate. Steps in with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Mr. Ayers has been putting the bat on the ball well today. Brief discussion at the mound. And a defensive call. Looks like our rains have cleared out. Back under bright sunshine. Wind's kind of shifty. They're blowing hard right to left. First pitch, ball 1. Inside corner, called strike 1 is going to even the count. Pitch high, 2-1. That one misses outside, brings the count 3-1. Ball foul back out of play. And bring the count full. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Mr. Fontaine checks the runners. Three-two pitch. Misses outside. That's going to load the bases. to have a pinch runner for Mr. Lee. That is number 2, Requan Davis. I hope I said that right. Up to the plate is number 12, Tyler Newsom. Steps in with bases loaded, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th. Irish looking to get out of this. Wayne County looking to plate another run. First pitch ball outside. One 0 pitch. Right down Broadway, evens the count 1-1. Counts 1-1, 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the 6th. Pitch misses outside, brings the count 2-1. Two-one pitch. Curveball catches outside corner. Evens the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fontaine looks in, gets his call. Pitch on the way. Ball fouled towards first base dugout. Ball hit out towards shortstop. Slow roller. Broadus comes in over to first. Not in time. Runner's safe. Infield single's going to score another run. Next up's number 10, Brennan Sehan. Hitting the ball well today. First pitch called strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Mr. Sehan down early in the count, 0-2. Ball hit up the middle. Mr. Fontaine snags it, trots over to first for the toss for the 3rd out. Wayne County's going to strand 3, but they do pick up 2 more runs. Score after 5.5. Wayne County War Eagles 7. St. Patrick Fighting Irish remains at 3. Stay tuned for the bottom of the 6th. Leading off things for the Irish in the bottom of the sixth, catcher, senior, number 8, Britton Tatum. First pitch low, ball 1. Johnson remains on the mound for War Eagles. Tatum quickly ahead, 3-0 in the count. Take pitch in there for strike 1, brings the count 3-1. Tatum draws a walk, moves over to first. Courtesy runner looks like Mr. Schwest. Brings to the plate number 7, right fielder Presley Harrison. First pitch outside corner, strike 1. Ball hit up the middle. Second baseman makes the grab. Nice play behind the bag at second for the flip and the force out at second. Nice play by the second baseman. Next up for the Irish, first baseman number 4 is Bennett Bratton. Steps in with 1 out. Bennett 2 for 2 on the day. Going to be another hard hit ball in the left. It's going to be Bratton's 3rd hit of the day. Next up for the Irish is third baseman Connor Holloman. Steps in with runners on first and second. 1 out. Ball fouled out of play. Holloman hit a single in the right field last at bat. Pitch way outside. Evens the count 1-1. Pitch misses a little low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball fouled straight up, back out of play. It's going to even the count 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Ball in the dirt. To bring the count full. Mr. Holloman steps back in. 3-2 count. 1 out. Runners on first and second. That pitch is high. Holloman draws a walk. Get time on the field. Take an audio break. Okay, quick meeting with Mr. Johnson. Let's settle things down. Next up for the Irish is left fielder number 6, senior Noah Wyrostic. Steps in with 1 out. Bases are loaded. Ball hit to the right side, out of play. Count no ball, 1 strikes. That ball is hit deep into left. Well hit. Nice play by the left fielder. He catches it at the wall, but it's going to be a sac fly for Wyrostic. It's going to plate another run. Brings to the plate number 24, Braxton Blackwell. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch in there, ball 1. Ball's in the shallow center, actually behind second base. Second baseman reaches over, squeezes it for the 3rd out. So that's going to wrap up the 6th. Irish score 1. After 6 complete, score now Wayne County War Eagles 7, Irish 4. Stay tuned, top of the 7th coming up. Back live at West Jones High School, top of the 7th. Leadoff batter for Wayne County is back to the top of the lineup. Number 7 is senior Williamson. First pitch, ball 1. Pitch low to Mr. Williamson brings the count to 3-1. Apologize there, daydreaming for a minute. Brings the count full, 3-2. Ball fouled. Hard to the third base dugout side. Count remains 3-2. That pitch is low. Mr. Williamson draws another walk. Up for the War Eagles. Brings your pitcher back to the plate. Number 16 is Johnson. Runner goes. Throw not in time. Williamson picks up another stolen base. Count 1-0 on Johnson. Ball just misses outside. I think we got a 1-1 count. We'll get this straight in a minute. Batter checks his swing. It is a 2-1 count. Pitch just misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch misses outside. That's going to move runners to first and second with no outs. Brings up 3-hole batter, number 18, Tanner Wells. Courtesy runner on first looks like Zachary Loper. Mr. Wells steps in with runners on first and second, no outs. Squares the bunt right back to the mound. Spin and throw to third is drop. Everybody's safe. Not a bad decision, just a lot of speed on second. Tough play. Got to get the out at first. 4-hole batter catcher Justin Poe up, takes first pitch looking outside, calls strike. Steps in with bases loaded, no outs. Evens count 1-1. Base hit in the left. It's going to score 2. Poe's going to move over to second on a throw to the infield. Courtesy runner for catcher Poe is going to be number 3, Caden Neely. Next up for the War Eagles, number 15, Rod Watkins. Steps up still with no outs. Runners now on second and third. First pitch in there outside, called strike 1. Pitch low and outside, evens the count 1-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count 1-2. Mr. Watkins steps back in. 1-2 is the count. No outs. Runners on second and third. Top of the 7th. That's going to be a base hit single into right. That's going to score at least 1. Throw coming home. Nice piece of hitting there. Scores another run for Wayne County. Brings the score now 10-4. Next up is 19, Bratton Lee. It's going to be stepping in with no outs. Runners on first and third. That's going to be a base hit into right. It's going to score another run. That's going to put runners at first and second for Wayne County. We'll take a brief audio break for pitching conference. All right, Coach Pickard has talked with Mr. Fontan. Back live action here. Wayne County still batting top of the 7th with no outs. Runners on first and second. Mr. Ayers is going to lay down a bunt. Mishandled by Fontan. Everybody's safe on the infield. Just going to load the bases. Still with no outs. Brings to the plate number 12, Tyler Newsom. Like the wheels have come off here a little bit, top of the 7th. Ball hit sharply foul, out of play, right side. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. That's high, evens the count 1-1. Mr. Newsom steps back in, pitch on the way. Line drive out to short. It's going to catch Mr. Lee in no man's land for a double play. That helps stop some of the bleeding there for the Irish. Give me double play. Brings to the plate number 10 is Sehan. I believe he's got at least a couple hits today. He steps in with 2 outs, runners on first and third. Bratton's going to get the defense. Tatum's going to get the defense set. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Runner goes. Hit up the middle. Fontaine blocks it up. Recovers and makes the play for the 3rd out. So Wayne County picks up 4. Some big hitting. Base running in the top of the 7th. After 6.5, Wayne County War Eagles now 11. And your St. Patrick Irish 4. Stay tuned, bottom of the 7th. Last bat for the Irish coming up. All right, here we go, bottom of the 7th. Back to the top of the order, leadoff. Senior number 12, second baseman Robert Starks. Defensive change for Wayne County. We have number 13, Ayers, on the mound. I believe Mr. Johnson is out of the game after pitching well today. Starks fouls that one back towards the right side. Brings the count 1-1. Swing and a miss. Brings the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ayers, sophomore, had a pretty good day at the plate. Got about a 3/4 to a sidearm. Good looking little pitcher. Starks hits one out towards second. Fielded clean and throw over to first in time. Next up for the Irish, number 28 pitcher Dylan Fontan. Steps up with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, swing and a miss. Curveball. Fontan stays in there, pushes it to the right side. That's through for a single. Fontan reaches first safely. Nice piece of hitting to the opposite side. Next up for the Irish, shortstop number 2, senior Aaron Broadus. First pitch by Ayers, outside corner, called strike. Brought a check swing. Count 1-1. Throw over to first, not in time. Fontan's back in the bag. Throw over to first. Going to check Mr. Fontan. Nothing doing there. Ayers looks in for the call. 1-1 is the count. 1 out. Call strike 2. About a letter high fastball. Broadus probably wishes he had that pitch again. That one climbs the ladder a little bit more. Evens the count 2-2. Curveball misses outside. Not a bad spot. Brings the count full, 3-2. Full count for Broadus, 1 out. Pitch is on the way. Ball's in the dirt. Fontana move over to second. Broadus draws his walk. Next up for the Irish is catcher number 8, senior Britton Tatum. See if the Irish can get something going here with 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Ball gets away from catcher, but not very far. Fontan's going to hold up at second. Pitch is low for ball 1. Ball hit sharply past the third baseman. Tatum's going to reach first on a single. Everybody's going to move up 1 base. We get a courtesy runner for Mr. Tatum. It's going to be number 25 is Schwest. Next up for the Irish is right fielder Presley Harrison. Steps in with one out. Bases loaded. See if we can't plate a couple of runs here. Swing and a miss by Mr. Harrison. Pitch a little bit outside. Presley's good pushing the ball through the right side. Let's see if he could poke one through here and get something going. That ball's hit in the right field. It's going to be very shallow right. No chance to tag. Ball caught just off the dirt behind first base. Next up for the Irish, the hot bat of Bennett Bratton, first baseman. 3 hits today. 2 singles and a double. I'd like to see a 2-out hit here. Pick up a couple more runs. Puts it in play out to shortstop. Over to first. Runner pulls off the bag. Bratton's going to be safe. I don't know if we'll score that one as a hit or an error. It's questionable. It's close play at first. But that does play to run for the Irish. Makes it 11-5 now. Still bases loaded with 2 outs. Up to plate now for the Irish. Third baseman, 22, Connor Holloman. Steps in, still batting with 2 outs. Got a 1-0 count. Squibs one towards first base. That's going to be a tough play. Pitcher does range over. Nice defensive play. Flips it to first. That's going to do it for game 1. And we did score that last hit for Bratton as a base hit. So Bratton ends the day with a 4-for-4 outing. Irish Dutran 3 there, but plate 1 more in the bottom of the 7th. Final score, Wayne County War Eagles 11, St. Patrick Fighting Irish 5. Wayne County picks up 8 hits, no errors. St. Patrick picks up 7 hits, 5 errors. All in all, not a bad day. First game out for the Irish. Need to clean up some of the errors in the defense, but nice job, boys. That's going to conclude Game 1's broadcast today for the Irish Sports Broadcasting Network. We'll take about a 30-minute break. We'll start Game 2, which will be Stringer, I believe they're the Red Devils, versus your St. Patrick Fighting Irish. Stay tuned for Game 2.